Omnia writes in, "Hello, Jeff. I have a BA in sociology, but all of my experience in accounting. I decided to take my career to the next level, so I finished all 48 semesters in the accounting and business related prerequisites. I recently purchased Becker, and I'm planning to start to study for FAR, considering the exam credit expiration, then audit, regulation, and BEC. Do you think this is a good plan? Also, do you think my chances to pass or to understand the FAR material is good since I'm a recent graduate? Last question. If I succeed in passing all 4 sections of the exam and complete the advanced studies and ethics requirements for the license, is the working hours mandatory? I'm not planning to work as an auditor. I'm currently working at a law firm. If so, how can I get the hours? Thank you so much." All right. So, in order, what is the best order to take the exam? Omnia says FAR, audit, reg, and BEC. I agree with that. I'm a big fan of taking FAR first, then audit, because FAR and audit are related, then regulation, and then BEC. BEC is not the easiest exam. I personally think it's the worst. I think BEC is horrible, and many people agree, but it seems to have the highest pass rate. So what do I know? So yes, that is a good plan. And if you're a recent graduate, the average age of a CPA candidate is 29. And so, most people graduate when they're 23 or 24. So they're 5 years out of school. So you might be at a slight advantage, but just because, not that it will impact how much study time you have to put in, but it could impact how easily, if you just took a governmental accounting class and you're studying governmental accounting, like, oh yeah, I remember encumbrances. And whereas someone who's been out of school for 5 years, encumbrance, what's that? So yeah, it will make studying the material a little bit easier, a little bit more efficient, maybe not necessarily effective, but more efficient in your study time. And now, as far as getting the hours for your license, okay, here's the thing. If you are in a position where you're it's impossible for you to get the requisite work hours, experience hours to get your license, don't quit your job to go do that, because you would quit your job to go get the hours to get licensed so that you can get a job that you already have. Okay. A lot of people pass the CPA exam, and different states have different weird rules about certificates versus licenses. Sometimes they're one and the same, and so you might get a certificate, and that's fine. If you never get the requisite hours and get licensed, you can't ever hold yourself out as a CPA. You can't ever put it in an email signature. You can only put on a resume that you have successfully passed all 4 sections of the uniform CPA examination, and that's it. But really, unless you are going to be billed out as an auditor or a tax professional, your employer won't care if you are licensed. They will only see, okay, this person has passed the CPA exam, so they're smart. That's what they'll think anyway. But basically, this person has passed the CPA exam, and so which means they are capable of taking a vast amount of information and scoring high on a test under an exam environment. And that's what that means when you pass the CPA exam. And so if they can do that, then they can do this. And they have a broad accounting base. So that's what they'll think, and that's all they care about. And it doesn't matter if you ever hold yourself out as a CPA, and it will be a feather in your cap in any interview that you go in that you pass the CPA exam. Being licensed is irrelevant, again, unless you're going to work for a place where that's how they make their money, billing you out. So I think you'll be just fine.